All right, we should be live. Let me check the screen. All right, come, we good. All right, first and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem Hakodash.
the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there, pushing the word and truth and the sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Stop pushing and get up out of here. You know, GMS Mississippi, you know, GMS Memphis, you know, coming together again and do another, you know, installment of Be Thou Watchmen, you know, because as we see, you know, Esau's using his propaganda machine, you know, his media machine, all right, to put people in fear, you know, of this virus, you know, to push his agenda, you know, and a big part of Esau's witchcraft, you know, is through, you know, his media, his mass media, you know, or what you will call it media, which you're gonna get into those words, you know, we're gonna get into some articles and some precepts, you know, but Esau Edom, you know, has become the master, all right, witchcraft, you know, the master of witchcraft within the society, man. You know, he has, you know, embodied, you know, the ancient witchcraft of the Egyptian, you know, the ancient, you know, Babylonians, you know, of the Cushites going back to Nimrod. You know, he has hornets, you know, all those, you know, wicked, you know, ways, you know, of Ham, you know, has perfected it, you know, and is pushing it forth, you know, through his technology and mainly, you know, the media, man. You know, so you're gonna get some articles, get some precepts, you know, Lord will, brothers, and the few sisters that watch are edified. You know, y'all brothers had anything to say in comments, you know, precepts came to mind.
You got out.
Okay, come. Hey, Tazama, you go and get that link in the third chapter, bro.
All right, this is book of Nahum. You want me to start at verse 4, 3 and 4?
Yeah, come.
Okay, Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Yeah. So it said that well-favored harlot, and we know that harlot is speaking of, all right, America, man. All right, because this is the hub, all right, of the elite. You know, America has been like the magic wand of the elites, all right, to influence these nations, all right, through witchcraft, man, and they do it, all right, through their media, man. You know, said that they sell it nations, you know, because when you get into that word, uh, mistress in the Hebrew is by Allah, all right, by Allah.
Hey, you got an echo.
You say it's an echo?
Yeah.
Hey, brothers need to mute their mics.
Yeah, your brother mute their mic. Okay, come. All right, so going back into the Hebrew word for mistress in Nahum 3 and 4 is by Allah. All right, and it says a female owner, a sorceress, a necromancer. You see? So Esau Edom, because mistress is the feminine way of saying master, you know. So Esau, all right, through America has become what? The master of witchcraft, man. All right, the mistress of witchcraft, man. You know, of sorceries, you know, necromancers, man. You know, Esau is heavy into it, man. And what people is coming to find out that these elites be into some heavy rituals, man. You know, when they're kidnapping these kids, these are different sacrifices, drinking blood, the adrenochrome, man. That's because these elites are into some heavy rituals, man. These some heavy satanic people, that rule the earth, man. And that we see, within the government, within the higher ups of these people, this is who the world is being ran by, man. You know, but they push a whole different narrative, through their media. You know, you can keep reading, bro. And then if a brother got something to say, just take it off mute, make a point or precept. But you keep going, Tazma.
Picking back up Nahum 3 and 5, it says, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yeah, because America is center stage right now, man. With all these things going on in America, the Lord, all right, has put America on center stage, man. And these nations are seeing, the true, all right, the true beginnings of America, man. How it was founded, man. Because through Esau's movies and false, history and his pseudoscience, he has made himself as if he's some type of hero, if he's some type of peacemaker, man, as he's a blessing to humanity, man. Like he has advanced, civilization, man. But in reality, man, Esau has been a destroyer and a deceiver, man. And the Most High is making it known, man, because these statues that's coming down is making people investigate these certain figures in history, man. And when you look them up, man, it's nothing but wickedness, man. Nothing but murderers. That's all that's coming up, man. So Esau's skirt is being lifted, man. And America is center stage. You gotta know, bro.
It says, verse 6, And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vow, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
Yeah, man. So everyone is looking at America, as everything is being put out in the open, man. Everything is being exposed, man. America is becoming their gazing stock, man. That's why scripture says she will no more be called tender and delicate, man.
God.
Because the true reputation is coming out, man. America has paraded itself, as this innocent, moral, excellent nation, all right, that looks to benefit the world, but in reality, all right, these people are damn demons, man, that run this place, man. All right, and their forefathers that founded this place, man. You had something to say, I know.
Yeah, I had a precept.
All right, go ahead with it, bro.
This Revelation, Revelation 18 and 23. In the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For that merchants were the great man of the earth, for by their sorceries were all nations deceived.
Yeah, by sorceries, man. Because America has deceived all these nations, all right, into this way of life, man. Just like the serpent beguiled Eve, man, which we're gonna get into, man. You know, hey, America has a big spirit of that old serpent, man, because it has beguiled these nations, all right, into women's liberation, to gay rights, the American diet, like I say, this way of being, this Western thought, you know, it has influenced the earth, man. Christianity, you see, and it has completely destroyed the nations that have gone to whoring with her, man. That's why, these nations are mad, like it says in the Bible. Get Jeremiah 51 and 51 and 7, bro.
You hear me out?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm finna grab that anyway,
Okay, come on with it, bro.
Yep. This, Jeremiah 51 and 7. It say, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yeah, man. You know, like all these nations have drunk of their way of life of America, man. Because if you look at the planet Earth is like damn near one big America, man. You know, all these nations have been influenced in a major way, all right, and conform to the ways of America, all right, which is the ways, all right, of wickedness, man, the ways of witchcraft, the ways of sorceries, man. You know, that's why it's a big, heavy anti-Messiah, all right, vibration in the earth because of the influence of America. That's why the Lord is finna completely erase America off the map, man. You know, it can't be here when the kingdom is being set up, man. That vibration, you know, the wickedness it has done, it can't be here, man. You know, um, I'm gonna start on this article. Read just a little bit of it. It said mass media influence us, and this is from the medium.com inside the news, and it says in 50 years, the influence of news media on society has grown constantly with technology. First, there was the telegraph, then, with newspaper and through radio, the news were presented, magazines and television followed, and now the internet and the new media, including cell phone, etc., give us access to news, man. And that's the prophecy, you know, of their knowledge increasing, man. You know, matter of fact, we can get that. What's that in Daniel, the 12th chapter, Daniel 12.
Daniel 12 and 4.
Yeah, you can get that, bro. Bring it up.
It say, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall want to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah, and knowledge shall be increased. And when you go into the word knowledge in the Hebrew, it's rabah. All right, rabah. And it says to be or become great, to become many, to become much. All right, to make much, to have many, to multiply, to increase. And now, you know, used to have to wait, you know, to a certain time period of the day, you know, to watch the news, or you have to wait to the newspaper, you know, you have to wait to hear the news on the radio, you know. But now, you know, you get nothing but notifications from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, man. You know, knowledge has increased, you know, dramatically. You know, when Esau has used it to push a lot of wickedness, man. You know, it says, firstly, before I will discuss the influence of mass media on us, or rather on society, we should retrieve the three basic functions of mass media. They are providing information, which Esau's information, you know, is mostly lies, man. You know, entertainment and education. His education is false, man. You know, because it always makes him out to be the hero, man. The people that they tell you to look up to, you know, and then he tells you, all right, who to despise all through his media, man. You know, it says the most important function of the media is in a society is to provide information to the masses. Therefore, our era is often called the information age, man. All right, knowledge shall increase. It said our society is in need of constant information and news for different reasons. On the one hand, news are used to socialize, and on the other hand, it helps to make decisions and build up our own opinions, man. You know, so Esau knows that through his media, you know, he really tells the people what decisions to make, and he really forms your opinion, man. All right. The reason why you can go ask your average person, you know, what they think about Saddam Hussein, you know, they're gonna say he was wicked and he deserved death, you know, but they don't know. They don't know that, man. You know, all they know is what Esau's media told him. He formed your opinion what to think, man. You know, when you think about, certain people, that he had demonized, man. Osama bin Laden, Gaddafi, Maduro, the president of Venezuela. You don't know those people, man. The Cuban immigrants, the Mexican immigrants. You know, he formed your opinion on how to think and how to view that, man. And he's gonna do that to form people opinions about us, man. You know, uh, matter of fact, Corral, get that Proverbs 14, Proverbs 14, and hold on, let me go to it. Proverbs 14, I want to say 12. Nah, 14 and 15, bro.
This is Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believe every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Yeah, the simple, which is the masses of the people. All right, because through media, Esau has dumbed down, the masses, man. All right, and they subject to believe every word that is spoken, within his media, man. Because another thing Esau does, he gives you this false left right paradigm. So you might not believe, what this news station is saying, but you'll believe this one. But they all control and they're all laced with lies, man. Some news media might tell you more truth than the other, you know, but it's all based, in lies, man. You see? And it says, keep reading. It said, but there are, of course, for the reasons why we are consuming, while we are consuming news, we want to be entertained. Watching, reading, or listening to the news are mostly used to amuse ourselves in present day hectic environment, man. You know, because through the media, Esau really controls, your reality, man. You know, he can make it seem like something is way worse than what it is through his media, or he can downplay something like it's not as bad as it is, man. You know, here it is. You got chemtrails, you got nuclear waste in the ocean. The food is trash. Full of chemicals, full of cancer causing chemicals. But there's no big uproar about that, man. You know, but he makes a big uproar about what he wants to make an uproar about. You know, the COVID-19. George Floyd. The riots. You know, he makes a big deal of what he wants to make a big deal, and he downplays what he wants to downplay. Within his media, man. You got pedophile rings going out throughout the whole earth. There's no big deal made, man. Epstein Island, and we see they were doing them with torturing people over there, man. You know, but he doesn't make a big deal about that. But he makes a big deal about what he wants to make a big deal about. For his agenda, man. You know, y'all brothers had any precepts, any comment?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I go behind on the bar. I got one too.
I got one.
Okay, come go ahead in the bar.
This Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand.
You break it down, bro.
That's what you get to. Like when you talk about the media, they don't want them to believe what they want them to believe. Why? Because it's in the power of their hands. Man. Esau in the background setting up the stage, and then he put on the forefront as he the victim. Because that's what they working with in the background, man. Behind closed doors. But when it's morning through the day, through the week or whatever, all right, when everything they set up a stage when you got like football or whatever going on, here it is, they pass certain laws, you know. So that's the thing of them working the evil upon their bed when they like they practice it.
Bro. And then I'm gonna and get ready to share the screen in a minute. So if it go off, I'll be right back. You know how I do sometime. Let me get these two precepts out of the comment board real quick. This is the brother Calabia, GMS Memphis Calabia Ba. All right, and it said Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. You know, and part of his devices is that media, man. You know, because he's creating a big scare. Look what he's doing in the media. Now Russell Westbrook got it. You know, he got to wait till he get cleared. You know, before he can go to the AAU camp down there in Florida. All right. So, you know, and he uses those things, you know, people wearing the mask, you know, the numbers, you know, because he just pulled numbers out of his ass, man. You know, say this many people got it, you know, 69,000 cases a day, you know, because it's getting to the point where if the numbers was as bad as he said it was, man, we should be stepping over people, man. You know, the way he pushing numbers, man. You know, it don't add up. You know, but he can create a scare, all right, through the device of the media, man. You know, uh,
That illusion.
yeah, you got it, bro.
Yeah, this Sirach 19 and 22. The knowledge of
Yeah,
wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of the sinner's prudence.
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it's a the knowledge of wickedness and not wisdom, because that's what Esau his whole MO is his knowledge. What you like you were saying, he trying his education system. Like the numbers he putting out with COVID-19, that's all wicked, man. That's all deceptive. You know, going to the media, the illusion, you know, and
Come,
it's all false. You also go
yeah.
with that Micah 2-1, man. He practiced it, man.
And Esau, he real deceptive and wickedness, and he'll pull off some wickedness, and you be like, damn, you know, who would have thought of that? You know, the way he does it, you know, the way he got, you know, paganism infused into society, you know, the way he deceived people, you know, into believing, you know, that the Bible was for everyone. You know, the way he does it is very crafty, but it's not wise, man. The way he runs the earth is not wise, man. You know, he's destroying the earth that he lives on. And ain't like he got another planet he can go to. He got to be here, you know, but he runs the earth, you know, horrible decision maker, man. You know, uh, uh, I'm gonna get this other article. I say if it go off, I'm gonna come right back. You know how I do sometimes. I try to share the screen. This is another article I was reading. I'm just skimming through and hit some points. Okay, if y'all brother precept hit you or whatever, you know, just let me know. This is from the this pediatric child health. All right, and it says and this was in 2003. It says the influence of the media on the psychological development of children is profound. Thus, it is important for a physician to discuss with their parents their child's exposure to media and provide guidance on age-appropriate use of all media, including television, radio, music, video games, and internet. Now, this was in 2003. You know, you remember coming up, you know, some of the older brothers remember, you know, we couldn't watch and listen to everything, man. You know, we were restricted. You know, speaking for me, we were restricted, man. You couldn't just watch, you know, what the grown ups were watching or listen to everything, man. You know, you was more restricted, but now it's wide open, man. You know, the 45-year-old grandma, all right, listen to little baby. Her daughter listen to little baby. Then the 8-year-old little Juju, he listen to little baby. Man, ain't no different.
Hello.
I know you finna start class, but I was just calling before you did.
Who phone?
Hey,
Somebody
IQ.
mute up.
Hey, the bar.
Yeah, who that was? Who phone that was? Like y'all can know. You had precept Tazma.
Con.
All right, come on with it, bro.
Hey, this Revelation chapter 13, and starting at verse 13. And it says, He doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the womb, Salaki, that they should make an image to the beast which had the womb by a sword and did live. So you go into that those miracles, you know, Esau's media, along with the way he uses the technology uh to get it to the people, you know, that's how he deceives the masses of the people. You know, the mass media is a part of his miracles, you know.
Come. And then his weaponry. You know, Esau
Yep.
was the first one to be able to make fire, you know, come from heaven, you know, with his air strikes, man. You know,
Con.
because he weaponizes every damn thing, man. You know, so imagine in the ancient world if you know they seen the technology that Esau had, man, they would really think he was a god, man. You know,
Yep.
If I can
Just
add,
like
if
it's
I can,
saying over,
okay.
like it's saying Obadiah, you know, he set his nest amongst the stars,
yeah,
pointing to his satellite technology. That's how he's able to you know use the internet, you know, and make it to where you know, you can see what's going on in a whole nother country, you know, uh from wherever you at on the earth, man.
yeah.
If I can add to that, Tazama, like he got something called the Project Bluebeam too. You know, that's another deceptive, man.
Yep.
Uh,
So he
I got
got
a quick
his technology. He can have an audience of 10 million, 20 million, 30 million people, man. You know, none of the ancient kingdoms were able to do that. You know, but you got it, bro.
yeah, I got a quick definition, and this is on the word technology, right? Which, you know, the technology is a part of his miracles, man. This from the online etymology dictionary. Now, when you go into it, it says a systematic treatment of an art, craft, or technique, you know, which that technique that Esau uses is we say craft is actually witchcraft, which is, you know, what we're going into uh with the media, you know. It says art, skill, craft, and work. It says to weave, also to fabricate, right? Now I'm gonna get this one at the bottom down here. It says this definition of technology is from WordNet, right? It says the application of the knowledge and usage of tools such as machines or utensils and techniques to control one's environment, which is what you were speaking about in the article,
Yep.
you know.
Because
So
you got
so
to
they
think.
use their
Matter of fact,
technology for mind control.
I'm gonna read some more in this article when it says
Uh,
violence. It sets the topic of violence in media. It said the amount of violence on television is on the rise. The average child sees 12,000 violent acts on television annually, including many depictions of murder and rape. Now, if this was a God-fearing country, if they cared so much about the kids, you know, if they claim they do, then why is these type of things on the rise, man? You know, showing you what they're about, man, because they know, you know, that when you're at a certain age, you know, the brothers El Zahab had went into it one time. It's a certain age. I want to say like from 7 to 12 where you real influential. You know, we mean from 1 through 7 where you real influential, man. You know, and a lot of these you got 3 and 4 year olds know how to work phones better than us, man. You know, and it says the average child sees 12,000 violent acts on television annually, including many depictions of murder and rape. So you really ain't got to be from the hood, all right, or from these places to be influenced by them, man. You know, because you see a lot of takes that have a decent household, they act like the niggas, all right, in the hood because of what they see on TV. You know, because Esau glorifies it, man. You see, the women, all right, women come from a decent household, but they want to be ratchet, man, because Esau has glorified it on the TV, man. You know, and that's all they've been seeing coming up. You know, and then once you get to school, if you don't act like you act on the TV, then you can still an outcast, man. You know, hey, we was brought up in some heavy witchcraft, man. You know, and if it wasn't for you, how about your mouth shot, we would been through. You know, it says more than 1,000 students studies confirm that exposure to heavy doses of television violence increases aggressive behavior, particularly in boys. Other studies link television or newspaper publicly would say publicity of suicide to an increased suicide risk, man. You know, so Esau is doing these things on purpose, man. We have to remember, you know, that this man is likened, you know, unto death, man. You know, all right. So go into sexuality. It says today television has become a leading sex educator in Canada. Between 1976 and 1996, there has been 207% increase in sexual interactions during the family hours of 2,000 hours to 21,000 hours. It says television exposes children to adult sexual behaviors in ways that portray these actions as normal and risk-free, sending the message that because these behaviors are frequent, everybody does it. Sex between unmarried partners, you know, which we know the way they think of marriage and what marriage is awful, you know. But what TV does, you know, makes a lot of over sexualized, all right, teenagers, man. That's why, you know, what they call the hookup culture is very, you know, popular amongst these kids, and it really doesn't have anything to do with family, man. You see, they went away from that culture of family to just a bunch of random sex. And what's the thing that Esau is pushing now is what homosexuality, man. Imagine if these kids were to grow up 10 years from now, seeing what they have been seeing on the TV, man. You know,
Yeah.
being a heterosexual, you would be a minority, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Hey, just like that show, Empire, man. You know, they was like one of the first shows to push out that homosexual vibration and just put it out there for everybody to see, man. You know, two men kissing on live TV, man. You like, man, what the fuck is this, man? You know. But hey, this the system we living in, man.
Yeah, I had to start watching
Yeah,
Empire,
yeah,
man.
yeah. That shit
And
was tough, man. I cut it out too.
yeah, it's crazy, man.
I got a precept out.
You got it, bro.
Hey, the boy in the
This
bar
is Ciroc.
backstage.
The bar backstage. Come on. You got it, Karak.
This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagine how to throw thee into a pit.
Yep. because a pit goes back to system, and through what Esau's images on TV, he speaks sweetly, he speaks as if these things are okay. He glorifies these things, but it has created a system why people are in self-destruction, man. Look at the culture, the black culture, the thug culture, the street culture of our people, man. Look what it has done, man. Our people are in the system of destruction, man. That's why when they say Black Lives Matter, nobody take them serious because you live in a culture, where you at war in your own neighborhood, man. What most Jakes die in, man, in their own neighborhood, man. Even Jakes that
Yep.
make it out, you know. What do they die in, man? They come back home, man. So Esau has created a system of death, and our people, all right, continue to walk in those ways, man. You know? Um,
Hey, you know that Black Lives Matter some bullshit though.
oh man. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you in Black Lives Matter, you don't know what's going on.
Hey, but look, cause the majority Edomites and faggots. You know what I'm saying? You got a sprinkle of Jakes, marching and protesting with them, but it mainly Edomites that's down there protesting on Black Lives Matter, man.
Come.
That's how you know it's set up.
Yeah, it ain't nothing but propaganda. They're gonna lead Jake to the slaughter.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can get that Genesis 3:1.
All right. All right, this is Genesis 3:1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh Shai power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden."
Yeah. Now this serpent, all right, was an actual man. You see, it was an actual man, all right, that deceived Eve, all right, into philosophy that was outside, all right, of the way of righteousness, man, which Adam had, and he gave it to Eve, but the serpent, which is an actual man, all right, because they teach in the church, like a python rolled up on Eve, prevent her to eat, damn fruit, man, apple, man. No, man, this was an encounter, all right, because you gotta remember Adam was that chosen, all right, line that the Lord was dealing with in the earth, man. Adam was their chosen line. As a matter of fact, let me find that precept and go into it. So lock it out. So we're gonna it going to in the Wisdom of Solomon. I believe it's in chapter 2. Because this shows you that the same spirit that was in the
Talking about
serpent,
what same made
the
Adam
same
Lord of all
spirit.
creatures.
Nah, it's
That's Ezra.
yeah, it's let me see if I can find it real quick. But you keep reading, bro.
Okay. Genesis 3:2. It says, "And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die."
Yeah, and those trees were talking about those other nations, man. We was never supposed to go out to the ways of the other nation because they wasn't given, all right, their righteous way, man. We wasn't supposed to be influenced by these other nations, man. All right, and this serpent just represents the same spirit that was in Cain, and that is currently in Esau. That's why, as a destruction of his beast system, it talks about that false prophet, which is the Roman Catholic Church. That old serpent, all right, which is the deceptive spirit, that's within Esau, and that dragon, which is his empire, man, that beast system, man. How they was all in that lake of fire, which means they was all destroyed, man. You see, that's why scripture say this manner of life, all right, gonna pass away, man. This way of thinking, man. The fashion of this world pass away. You see, because right now the earth is being ruled by the way of the serpent, man. But I found that precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon 24. I mean, it's like Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 24. I started 23. It says, I started 23. It said, for the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. And that's speaking of the Israelite man, all right, dealing with that chosen line, the sons of God. All right, he made them to be immortal. All right, verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. You see? So the serpent was envious, of Adam because Adam had their righteous way. They was envious, all right, of their line, that the sons of God, And what did he do? He came to Eve, man, and talked Eve, all right, into a way that was outside of righteousness, man. And this, all right, well, we failed, as a nation, man. That was the beginning of the fall of man, but really the fall of that chosen line, man. You see?
Hey,
You keep
got
reading on the agenda. You got it.
I was gonna make a quick point.
You got it, bro.
I had a precept and a quick point. That same serpent,
Yeah, you got it.
you notice, he just kept coming back age after age. So that's how you know it's the spirit that's within them Edomites that go all the way back to the age of the time of the serpent. But I got another one right here in Wisdom of Solomon, the 10th chapter. It say Wisdom of Solomon, I'm gonna start at 2 in verse 3. It says Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 2,
Yeah.
and gave him power to rule all things. But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. Talking about Cain, because Cain, was that same seed of the serpent, and he was envious of Abel, because Abel gave a righteous sacrifice. So it's the same thing, it's a perpetual thing throughout each and every age. This devil gonna hate us, no matter what we do. We can't do right in the eyes of this devil. We can't do right by him, no matter how much we kiss his ass. Our people go out of their way to kiss his ass to try to make right with him, but it's just not in him to have any type of compassion towards Jake, man. Like brothers always say, they hate
hatred.
us. Yep, they hate us because they ain't us, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got one bad talking about that. Give me out.
You got it, bro.
That's just a bad talking about the same spirit. This Revelation 20, and I started at 1, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key at the bottom of his pit, and a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him to the bottom of the pit, and shut up him, and a seal upon him, that he shall deceive the nation no more till 1,000 years shall be fulfilled, and after that he shall be loose a little season. And that's how you know the same spirit in Esau Edom today. You know, because that's what they're talking about, that old serpent. You know.
Yeah, going into the Roman Empire, that pagan Roman Empire, when they was overtaken by Jake, because Jake started getting into, being Caesars, getting into being generals of the Roman army, going
Going
back
to the dark ages.
yeah, going to what they call the Dark Ages. And Esau, was pushed out of power, man. And he was sealed up, like Apostle Ariamla, went into one time, when Esau was sealed up, there was nothing he could do to put himself back in power, man. You know, he wasn't able to practice witchcraft and deceive the earth, man. He wasn't able to conquer lands, man. He wasn't able to get rich, man. He was sealed up, from deceiving the earth, man. He was put out of power, But when he came back this time, the womb, that was unto death, he came back, and now, all right, he's in his the fruition of their blessing, of Isaac, all right, by living with the sword. So he was already a serpent, but now the serpent got the
Yeah.
blessing of the sword, man. And that's why he was able to conquer, the entire globe, man. You know,
That's right.
uh,
That's the little season. We in the little season now.
the season almost over too, man. You
Yeah.
know, uh, get uh, keep going on that Genesis 3, bro.
Okay, Con. Let's see. This is Genesis 3 and 4. It says, "And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil."
Yeah. So serpent. All right, Esau came with that game. All right, that serpent, which turned into Esau. Over. All right, a dispensation of time. That serpent. All right, that wicked seed. All right, he came to Eve, and we going to the word the serpent in the Hebrew. El Yashwamba always goes into it. And you go to the root word, which is Nakash. All right, Nakash, and it says to practice divination, to divine herb science. All right, it says to practice fortune telling, man. You know, enchanter. Enchantment. You see. So when you go into the serpent, he was really coming with witchcraft, man. You know,
Con.
he been he been on this witchcraft tip, man. You know, that's Esau's order, man. Is to be heavy into that left hand side, man. You know, so what he brought to Eve was a way that was completely contrary to Yahweh by Shema al Shah, man. And when Adam partook in it, then that's when we failed, man. We failed to this, man. But see, through Yahweh Shai, all right, which is the last Adam, he brought us out that darkness, from way back in the garden, man. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
uh,
I got a
Karad,
precept.
okay, you got it, bro. You break it down too.
Okay. This Isaiah 47 and I'm gonna start at 11. It says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know." It's talking about Esau Edom, okay, which is the modern day Babylonians. Verse 12, it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth." So going back to what you were saying, you know, that always been that serpent's MO, that wicked sorcery and witchcraft, you know, to to get that power over the nations. It says, "Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail." It says, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee." And that's what you see going on. Esau desperate, you know, he trying his best to hold on to his kingdom through that deception, but that deception is that spirit is starting to be overcome by the truth and the Holy Spirit, because everybody on every level now
Yeah.
is starting to see this devil for who he actually is, you know, and ain't nobody following. You know, you got common Jakes, uh, you know, not even in the truth. There's you know, questioning every move that this devil makes now.
Yep.
I got one more. It says, "Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm it, nor fire to sit before. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his corner, none shall save thee." So the time of Esau ruling with this deception, all these works like they talk about in Revelation, they gonna be burnt up, man. And right now, the truth is like a fire devouring all of his lies, and uncovering him for, you know, the devil that he is. No, everybody knows at this point that the so-called white man is the devil, Esau Edom, that the Bible speaks of.
Come, come. And what I want to get um is another article. And this is from Fandom. I don't know if brother seen that series that was on Stars, American Gods, but it really shows you, you know, how Esau, you know, has put a lot of witchcraft in his technology today, you know, because when you go into it, you know, you have different guys on there, you know, goddess of lust, you know, you have a media guy, technology guy, you know, Mr. World, you know, going to the New World Order. So when you watch it, you know, it's no stars. If your brothers haven't seen it, you know, it'd be some, you know, to watch. And you know, you can see how Esau, you know, incorporates, you know, the different, you know, the different deities that he worships, you know, within his technology and his media. Now, um, when you go to the one of the quotes, you know, from the series, and this is from the media guy, you know, and in this scene she was looking like Lucy Ricardo, you know, from the show with Lucy. Now she says, "I'm all sorts Shadow," because she talking to this guy named Shadow. It said the screen is the altar. I'm the one they sacrifice to, then to now, golden age to golden age. They sit side by side, ignore each other, and give it up to me. Now they hold a smaller screen on their lap or in the palm of their hand, so they don't even get bored watching the big one. Time and attention better than lamb's blood. You see that? And you know they were throwing the shot at with it, man. You know?
Mm.
So
Jake.
when you sacrifice all this time on social media, when you sacrifice your time, you know, watching a lot of vanity on TV and YouTube, you know, hey, you're making your
I'm not
sacrifice.
backstage, y'all.
Who backstage?
Nah, Salaki.
Okay, come on. You all right. Okay, come. Let me get back to it. But yeah, man, when you sacrificing all this time, all right, to doing these vain things, you know, chasing women on Facebook, you know, because you really, you know, even if it's in the truth, man, we gotta catch ourselves, man, because really, it's a form of idolatry, man. if you spending too much time on those things, man, and it's all in vanity, man. You see?
Con.
And she telling you, man, like, look, I'm the one they sacrificed to, man. You know, so it went from actually, making physical sacrifices to these guys, man. But now it's time and attention because what does they do, man? They take you away from the ministry, man. Now we know we can't be engulfed in the ministry 24/7, but there are other alternatives outside, than these vain technologies, that Esau has, man. So we do have to be mindful of that, to monitor, the time that we spend, man. you know. But that's why we
Con.
should be offering, these spiritual sacrifices, man. You see what we doing now? Now we on the altar, man. You see, when we go to camp, man, that's
Con.
the altar. You see, offering what them sacrifices, man.
Hey, that's
Um,
why Jake be bugging out when like when the social media like Instagram down and shit like that. Social media shut down, they be bugging out, man, cause they spend all their time on social media, man.
Yep.
especially,
Yeah, it go back to that that's a demon.
Yeah,
Like you
Yep.
say, when you read about Medea, which I had sent the article, but I got a precept article. When you get through, I don't want to break the flow, so I got a precept, and then I want to get a quick little point from an article I had posted in the chat
okay,
about the different attributes of that demon, which that's all it is a demon, Medea.
come. I'm gonna read this and then you got it, bro.
Con.
All right, so it goes into the powers and abilities of the media guys. It said media embodiment. It says as a personification and guidance of mass media, global content, social media, and entertainment. Media possesses every aspect of them, and which also gives her unparalleled powers over them, so far showing the following. Media manipulation is the guidance of mass media, global content, media, and entertainment. Media is able to manipulate the flow of media information through the internet effectively using the collective communication outlets and their tools that are used to store and deliver information or data. The communication channels through which news, entertainment, education, data, and even promotional messages are seen and heard. She also able to use broadcasting and the narrow casting mediums such as TV, radio, telephones, and the internet itself. This enables her to interact with the public, twist information, and even visual images on the television to where only certain individuals can see, as she has done. All right, well, with Shadow, and let's talk to the guy Shadow. It is because of her powers she has been named the mouthpiece of the new gods. Man, come on, man.
can't get around that.
He's
Hey,
all trying to make himself a god, man. And all this. All right, this technology, what is going to lead to the chip, man?
yeah.
That's gonna be you accepting Esau as your God, man. That's why there's no coming back from that, man. You know,
Con.
but you got it, bro.
Hey, they go with that
Yeah, like you.
like go ahead, Slocky.
Go ahead, Op.
No, you got Slocky.
Go on, make your point, bro.
Go ahead, it's all good.
This 1 Peter 5:8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So, like you were saying, you gotta monitor your time that you spending on the social media. Like I have put the top social media uh the top social media sites uh in the world, not the country, in the world. In the chat, it was saying Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, You know, all of these are American household sites, man. So I let you know that Beast is doing most of his work in America, man. America is Babylon the Great, you know, where them sorceries and them witchcrafts had the strongest had the strongest hold on our people, man. You know, when you dealing with that you got it. I just one more. It's I was gonna say when you dealing with that media, that's what Esau is trying to maximize by this chip. When he put that chip in you, then you will be totally in subjection to that demon, that media demon, man. You know, because he can program you then to believe and see whatever the hell he wants you to believe and see.
Come on, bro. Come on. Hey, that chip gonna be that's his topping. You know, it's him crowning. You know, his new world order. You know, like I say, the media is a mouthpiece of the new guys, man. You know, and I got a quick one for you, bro. And then uh uh y'all can none. You get 2 Corinthians 4:3. This is Ephesians 2:2. It said, where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. You know, you gotta talk about that for you.
I was gonna get this this little article real quick to go into the powers of that media demon.
Hey, and if I want to say, Bob Shah, when you go into the word air in the Greek, air, and it says the atmospheric region. And
Yep.
what he has in the atmosphere, man, the satellites, man. You see, these are the powers of the air, man, and our people are guided by that. Our people live a life based on social media views and comments and opinions. You know, people live their life based on. It's people that Facebook quotes is like their Bible, man. That's how they instruct their life with Facebook memes, man.
Yeah.
You know, they live according to the prince of the powers of the air. You know, I say they do whatever trending, man. Whatever music trending, whatever rapper trending, whatever rapper Esau say the hottest, that's what our people live by, man. What he tell you to get mad at, he tell you to protest, you walk according to the prince of the power of the air, man. You know?
Yep. Hey,
But
just
yeah,
like
you
he
got
got that green screen, man. That's another something like a Project Bluebeam, man. That's his miracles, man. Like he talking about he walk on the moon and shit. They were nothing but a green screen, man.
Yep.
And Esau known by his media, all he people Photoshop now with the media, TikTok and so on, man. And Esau
they got
go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't they got a filter on
Yeah,
one
they
of them
got
things
filters.
where you can make where you can take a picture as a man and you come out a woman on
Yeah, that's on
Put
Snapchat.
bunny ears on you and little dog nose, all that shit, man. It's
they
witchcraft,
got
man.
an actual woman. Yeah, they went past the dog ears. You can take a picture as a man, and they got you as a woman when you take that filter, man.
God damn.
Yeah. Or vice versa, you can take a picture as a woman, and it got you looking like a man. You know what you would look like as a man. You know.
I know they had the one where you look like an old person, but I ain't know they had that, man. He just straight all out wicked, man.
Esau turned, goddamn.
Hey, you got a lot of jakes on these Instagram sites and these different dating sites getting catfish because they got all these goddamn filters.
Right.
Well,
Like I'm gonna get you sucker, goddamn it. You get to the woman, man, ain't shit real. Damn.
Hey, that's them demons, man. Like I'm gonna read this little piece right quick. If we got time, it ain't long. I'm just gonna get the key points.
You got it, bro.
Okay. It's going into that media demon, so-called goddess, but we know it's a demon. It says known superhuman powers. Media is one of the most powerful sorceresses in Earth's history, with the possible exception of Morgan Le Fay herself. It says her magical powers are derived from three major sources. As a mortal woman descending from an Olympian god, she possesses innate personal powers to control minds. She also possesses powers all human beings potentially have, such as the ability to engage in astral projection. She also has the ability to manipulate mystical energy, often through spells and enchantments of ancient uh Wiccan origin, if I said the word right. It says a power she has hoped, Salaka, a power she has earned through practice. Finally, she has abilities as high priestess of the goddess Hecate and can gain considerate power by invoking her name in spells. Now, when I read that, it made me think about that damn demon Tyler Perry. If you notice before he really got big, that main character he was using was Madea, and all of his damn movies was Madea this, Madea this, Madea
Uh,
that. He kept putting that name out there, and that was like a shit. Ain't no light. That shit was witchcraft, because you had all the Jakes going to watch the damn Tyler Perry movie, Madea movies, man. Every time it come out, oh, you seen the new Madea. So that name out there was was casting a spell on our people, man. So it's a little bit more. It says
yeah,
strictly speaking, what you say, bro?
I said it's heavy.
Con. It says strictly speaking, Medea has no superhuman powers, only the ability to manipulate mystical energy lies within a earth-born sorcerer, not the energy itself. It says theoretically any earth human being can tap into an infinite amount of mystical energy, meaning anybody can be a demon. You see, if you sacrifice unto that left hand side, which is what these entertainers and actors do, you know, you can uh you can tap into that energy, that left hand energy. It says each person is limited by his own amount of training, discipline, knowledge, and enlightenment as to the mystical arts. It says Medea possesses a greater knowledge and mastery of the arts of magic than most sorcerers on earth. She was born with great potential for sorcery due to her ancestry with the Olympian gods, and she has fulfilled the potential through long years of study and training. Now, when you go into them Olympian gods, that's like your with your Hercules, the ones that was like the fighters or whatever. And you think about that when you go into the sports industry, man. You see how you had, like, for instance, just Kobe Bryant. He had that alter ego or Black Mamba. Now listen to what this finna say. It says I'm gonna see if it's going. Yeah,
That nigga
yeah. It
Kobe was
says
wicked.
watch this right here. It said now all of Medea's powers have been disclosed. It is known that she can summon and control hellfire, traverse dimensional barriers. This is why I want to get in. Animate the dead and restore the youth of living things. She can cast illusions, project mystical bolts of energy, create mystical force fields, and remove the spirits from living beings and place them under her control. It says in her physical form, she can fly and alter her appearance to appear as an aged crone. One of her most notorious spells is bestowing humanoid forms and near sentient intelligence upon animals, transforming them into beings called animorphs. See, that's what like Kobe Bryant was doing, like an animorph. He was portraying a animal spirit when he was out there on the court, you know. So that was a form of using the Medea demons. You
Yeah,
see?
cause the Medea go back to what's the middle, you know, like
Media.
Yeah,
behind yeah
middle.
middle, yeah,
Yeah.
Yep,
And
yep.
then
It's basically like a like a portal between the spiritual realm and the physical realm, man.
yeah, living and dead, so to speak.
yeah,
Yep.
then what it said she was able to to bring something about the dead.
Yeah. It says it says uh it says traverse dimensional barriers, animate the dead, and restore the
Yeah,
youth of living things.
animate the dead because you gotta
Mm.
think in the ancient world. When you died, can nobody see you no more.
Yep.
You know, but through TV, we can see all the people that dead. You can go see Tupac videos. You can go see Kobe highlights. You know,
Yeah.
so through media, even though they dead, you can still watch them every day.
Hey, they
People.
got
Yep.
holograms, two of them, man. Nigga
Yeah,
Tupac doing shows and shit still, man. So yeah, you right, bro.
go with that Project Blueprint. I bring this up, Baba Kasha.
You got.
This Matthew 24, I'm gonna start 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here's Hamashiach, or they'll believe it not, for there shall rise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect.
Come, and that's it with his technology, man. Hey, Esau gonna pull some. He gonna pull some. He gonna pull some stuff out of his hat soon, man. He got a lot of, that he finna work on, and he gonna push forth, man. A lot of people, gonna be deceived, man. And that's why I say if so, he can deceive the very elect, man. You know,
Come.
Hey, but still got 2 Corinthians 4 and 3.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm holding.
Hey,
You ready for it up?
yeah. You can
I,
bring it up.
hey, Tasman, you
Or
brought out Isaiah 47 chapter. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
yeah, he
I
brought
had
it
brought
up.
it out earlier.
Okay, come that spirit. I couldn't hear you, man. Phone
It's locked.
tripping.
All right, this 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 3, it says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in
Mm-hmm.
whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not."
Hey, so it said the guys of this world have blinded their minds, and his main tool for doing that is his media, man. You know, his media was a big resource in doing that, man, because it only shows you, all right, from slavery until now. Esau never connected you, all right, to your true legacy through his media, man. With his media, he portrayed you as a slave, as a criminal, or some type of worker, man, or some type of athlete. That's why Jake in the box as to what they want to be, because through his media, he already done swayed your opinion, on the things that you want to be, man.
Yep.
Entertainer, athlete, or rapper, or dope boy, because he glorified that too, man. So, then the plantation Christianity, Jesus is white, he got the Messiah is white in every movie, the prophet, you know, he's always something great, he's always a superhero, and that's why Esau even be losing it. You had one Jake superhero and Esau losing. This nigga been a superhero because the TV came on. It was in black
Right.
and white. Being the hero, but you got you bring out something like
Black Panther.
yeah, Black Panther, yeah, it was ridiculous, something that wasn't even real. And then the other one, Luke Cage,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it went crazy about Luke Cage, man, but they only want to show you, all right, and to dumb down the state and show them in their glory, man. That's all Esau want on his media, man. You know, even these lower level Edomites that don't know witchcraft, you know, they still get the basics. Like, no, you niggas gotta be portrayed as either an athlete or a criminal. You know, you don't need to be portrayed as a hero because they know that effect that it can have, man. You know.
Hey, they got mad about that character Jax on Mortal Kombat, man. On when you win the game with him, you know, I showed Jax being independent and basically living in the kingdom, man. Esau got mad about that shit, man.
Yeah.
Esau
one nigga had nothing, man.
When he say he went back and ended slavery or something.
Yeah.
Ain't like that shit.
Yeah, Esau like, hey, who the fuck
Esau,
you think you are, Jax?
Esau took the game back at me.
Yeah, nigga said this ain't right.
Yep, it's a illusion, like the American dream. That's why all the other countries, hey, they mad at us, man. You know, that American dream, that false hope. You know,
Yeah, ain't no other country got no dream. Like ain't no China dream, Korean dream. You know, when you get in America, it's the American dream, man. Come on, man.
Right.
But you can finish that.
It says, least the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, shall shine unto them.
And also, at least, you know, they at least our people, the Lord put the spirit in our people to believe the gospel. They're gonna be through, man. You know, they're gonna be blinded all the way into destruction, man. You know, because they believe and trust in the guys of this world, man, the rulers of this world, Edom. You know. Hey, I got one more we can end it on, unless somebody had something else. I not get that
I got one out.
Okay, come on. I not get that Colossians 1 and 13, bro. And we ended on that one.
the Colossians 1:13, who had delivered us.
Let Tazma get here first. And then
Okay,
we gonna end on that one.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2:8, and I'm gonna read through verse 12. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy."
Most High doing it. You know, he doing it on the same media that Esau pushing witchcraft on, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know? It's like the prophets invaded Esau's media, man. You know, and you know they pissed, but they can't do nothing because they don't have the last say so. You know? So hey, we that glitch in the matrix, man. You know?
Hey, that's why they say the devil said they should never invented the internet, man. Because the prophets using it for righteousness is pushing out this way. How about your shot?
Hey, then the name of your house shot going all through his media, man. That's what's breaking the thing down, man. Hey, the name of your house shot. Because all them demons is subject to the house shot, man. That's why they can't do nothing until the Lord says do something, man. But these demons subject to the house shot, man. They ain't subject to no damn Christ. All right, Christ is damn demon. Jesus Christ. You know? You got to be kidding me in 2020. You're talking about Jesus Christ, man.
Yep. Hey, just like the Lord said he was gonna give us power to tread over serpents. Like when you was talking about you know, the social media, you know, we gotta be careful. But through the Holy Spirit, you know, we on social media a lot. You know, whether we looking on Facebook or Instagram, it's still always information on there too pertaining to the truth. You know, we Watchmen, so we have to watch these social media sites. You know, YouTube being our main platform to do the ministry on. You know, but it's a lot of distractions on there too. But you know, with us going on there, we know that it's a lot of traps, you know what I'm saying, for brothers to get caught up on. It's always you know, women twerking and you know, all type of schemes Jake trying to get you involved in. You know, I noticed how too with the media since you know we've been pretty much taking over YouTube with this truth. them devils done changed up the algorithm, man. I used to be able to get up on Saturday mornings and turn on the prophets, turn on the brothers from the different camps, and it will constantly turn them videos over. You know, the playing next would be another brother from another camp, or at least another Israelite group. You know,
Yeah.
now every goddamn time I turn on a video, when it go off, I gotta turn on another video, man, because it putting on
Yep.
some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, damn. That's how you know this devil losing sleep, man. You know, like the scriptures say.
Tucker, what's the name? Tucker Carlson, goddamn video come up. Like, man,
Hey,
what the
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
is this, man? This shit went without. Ain't got nothing to do with the truth.
Man, some shit
somebody,
some shit you ain't never thought about watching come on, man. Like, man, where this come
Right.
from, man?
yeah.
But like I say,
Yeah, TD Snakes.
Like, yeah, cause I be listening to it at work, and then I hear TV Snakes come on. Oh God, damn! How this nigga come back?
Right. Yep.
hey, that's why I say we that the spirit of the Lord's mouth gonna consume this devil, man. You see?
Yep.
So if he going through all that trouble to make sure that our videos ain't, you know what I'm saying, in the algorithm, hell, you know this nigga losing sleep. Cause
Yep.
you just think about GMS videos going up. We ain't even talking about the other counts, you know what I'm saying? So it say I'm gonna pick back up and finish. It say and it says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. It says, and for this cause, the most high power, Yahweh Shah, shall send them strong delusion. Now, when you go into that word illusion, when you go into the etymology of it, it tell you delusion. So these demons that's out here, who you think sanction these demons, man? You know, Yahweh Shah put that spirit out there to deceive the 2/3, those that he rejected, the reprobates, man. So while they on the same platforms where the truth is at, they not tuning in because the Lord has given them over to that Medea spirit, man.
Come.
I got one more, bro.
Oh, you got.
It says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness, man.
Yeah, because Jake would rather, you know, chase women on Instagram, you know, than read a chapter out the Bible, man. You know, Jake would rather, you know, listen to, all right, one of these niggas' album than listen to a video of the apostles and elders, man. You know, Jake would rather have unrighteousness than righteousness, man. You know, and then damn goes to punishment, man. You know, the Lord reserving them through punishment, man. You know, and media is one of the ways that, like you say, the Lord sanctions Jake, all right, to stay in that dumbed down state, man. You know,
Yeah, that's why the scripture said Jeremiah 4:22, my people are wise to do evil. Cause Jake used the internet for wickedness, man. They look up porn and go on Google how to roll up weed and so on, man. Instead of watching the videos that Abba shot the prophets. You know? But this Colossians 1:13, who had delivered us from the power of darkness and had translated us into the kingdom. Okay, come. It said Colossians 1:12, giving thanks unto the Father which had made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light.
That's the elect, man. You know, Lord willing, we those men, you know, the Most High through Yahweh Shai has made us be partakers of the inheritance of life, man. You know, go ahead.
who had delivered us from the power of darkness and had translated us into the kingdom of his dear son.
Hey, so the Lord, all right, through your house shall pull us out of the darkness, man, because this place is in darkness, man. You know, this left hand, energy that has consumed this place, you know. Hey, through your house shall we were pulled out of it, man. We're translated into the kingdom of light, man, the kingdom of righteousness, man. You know. So, hey, it's, like I say, it's a lot of witchcraft, going forth. Brothers, we got to protect, what we watching, what we seeing, what we doing, how we moving, because these demons gonna get stronger and stronger, man. Like, 'cause this they last, this the last hoorah, man. You know, it was like when your house shot was casting demons out of people, what they was doing, man. They would have convulsions and seizures before they would come out of their person, man. So imagine when your house shot finna cast demons out the earth, man. They're gonna be doing some convulsions, man. So we just want to make sure we stay grounded, keep it simple, abstain. So sometimes you gotta abstain from certain things, man. Go without, certain things, man, and just work on our discipline, man. You know, and focus, on what the right hand is doing, man, because the right hand controls the left hand, man. But that was it. Y'all brothers had anything else to say?
Yeah, I'm finna say if it's on your spiritual, like fast from social media, for a week or so, be
Yeah,
balanced with it, gonna do it now, cause the internet about to be shut down, so
Yep.
my way gonna prepare your mind to go without social media, man.
come on. All right, so with that, once again, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'al Shem, Shai, Ba'al Hakodash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders, GMS, rule well, teach well, being great example for his young brothers. Peace and blessing to the elect, pushing the word of truth and sincerity across the four winds, man. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners that have came back to the, obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh by Shem Al Shad, man. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Abba,
Yasha'Allah.
That's right.
Ba'al.